Hello, angels. I am Miss Quiet Queen, and you are now tuned in to the Quiet Queen Project. Welcome back to my channel once again. Well, today is Wednesday, December 7th, 2022, and being that is Wednesday, you know what that means, right? It's WWW. Word to the Wise Wednesdays, Wednesdays, Wednesdays. Yes, where we give you inspirational quotes to help you make it through your day. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to read at least one personal quote from you all. Many of you said that you love this segment and you look forward to it. I have no idea that it would be accepted so well. I've been doing Word to the Wise Wednesdays for years now, and it seems to be one of y'all favorite things that I do. So I'm going to tell you more about that at the end of the video and how I can shout out your quotes. So today's shout out quote comes from Zig Ziglar. Fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face your fears and rise. The choice is yours. I love that quote. You can use fear as an acronym, FEAR. I've also heard that fear is false evidence appearing real. And that's kind of corny, but it is true. But make your decision. Are you going to rise from your fears, or are you going to run from them? Many of you have written to me and telling me about nightmares that you had. Face them. When you're having a nightmare, do you realize that that is a lucid dream? You know you are having a nightmare in the dream. If you just pay attention to that, then take control of it. And take control of any fear, no matter what it is. Okay? I'm working on myself too, because I have a fear of something. I don't want to say what it is. It's not personal, but I just don't want anybody to know. I got to get over it. And when I think about it, I get so nervous. I get anxiety. My hands sweat, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But maybe one day I'll talk about it. Our second quote for the day: forgive, but don't be used. Love, but don't allow your heart to be abused. Trust, but don't be naive. Listen, but don't lose your voice. It is important to forgive, to move on. It is important to love. It is important to be social. That's the type of world we live in. But at the same time, don't let anyone take advantage of you. If somebody is saying something to you that you don't like, don't just deal with it. If someone does something to you that you don't like, don't just deal with it. Because what you're doing is you're training those people how to treat you. And then later on down the road, when you've had enough and the straw finally breaks the camel's back, you blow up, and it looks to everyone else that you're blowing up for no reason. But what they don't know is you had harbored thoughts in your heart against that person or people, and this is just the last straw. They don't know that. It is our responsibility to make sure other people understand how we feel. I tell my children all the time, I am responsible for what I say. I am not responsible for how you handle what I say. And that goes with anybody. And that's a good phrase right there. I am responsible for what I say and do, but I am not responsible for how you handle what I say and do. That's your business. Speaking of forgiveness, forgiveness is paramount. It is. I don't forgive and forget, though. Now, forgiveness is important because it helps you to move on. When you're holding on to something that someone done to you, you're giving them power. They have power over you. But if you say, "Oh, forget it," maybe that's a better word, but I don't know. When you forgive someone, forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. But I don't forgive and forget because If I forgive and then forget about what happened, then isn't that telling spirit that I'm not learning the lesson that I should have been learning in the first place? It is important to forgive. You don't need to forget. You need to remember what happened. Forgiving doesn't, it also doesn't mean that you're giving them permission to hurt you again. It's just you letting it go. Just let it go. If you can't change it, let it go. If you can change it, then change it. If it cannot be changed, you have to let it go because you're harboring it. My mother used to harbor, bless her, she's a militant woman. I love my mother, but she was grudgeful. I can't remember the word, but she held grudges for a long time. Her and my father each went on and married other people. And they had split up for over 30 years, and she still brought up things that he'd done to her that she hadn't let go. Let it go. And I know the reason why, because I felt this way too. The reason why she didn't let go and so many other people don't let go is because they feel like if they let it go, you got away with something. You got away with hurting me. You got away with doing that. I can't let you get away with that. You did this to me. But if you just use some common sense, they're still hurting you. They're still getting away with it because you're harboring, you're getting more and more upset. Let it go. If they ask, did you forgive me? I forgave you shortly after you did it. And the reason why I forgave you is because I love me. I don't give a damn about how you feel. You cannot have that power over me. Okay? Now, this next one is my favorite. I don't really need to find the card because it's my quote. And that is, find pain. Excuse me, I get so excited about this one. Find power in pain. What? Find power in pain. If you're going to go through something in your life and it's painful or uncomfortable, what you need to do as the alchemist, you need to change that scenario. I'm going to give you a couple examples. The first one is when I used to do readings for people, I would get their questions and I would have to go to the universe and ask permission to be surrounded by their energy so that I can pick up things to read. But I have to give up something. And what I normally have to give up is comfort. So I go through a little bit of pain. Sometimes I have really bad bouts of vertigo. One time I was washing dishes when I was thinking about someone's reading I was about to do, and the knife fell, and the knife fell with the pointed side up, but I didn't realize it until I grabbed it, and it stabbed me right here, and it was the most excruciating pain. It was right up there with childbirth. I think it hit a certain I don't know what to say, artery, but a vein, and it was bleeding profusely and hurt. And so right at that moment, I stopped what I was doing with the blood running down my hand and everything. All praise due to Father, Mother, God, Goddess, thank you. All of this energy that I'm feeling right now in my pain, in my hand, I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to receive wealth. I'm going to receive information. I'm going to receive happiness. That's not exactly what I said, but I don't really want to get into that. When you're going through something that is uncomfortable, you just have to think of a good affirmation to turn it around. Okay, I'm going to tell you a secret about me. I am very, and I mean extremely impatient. I hate waiting. I'm like, waiting is a waste of time. If we're sitting here, we're supposed to let's go. What are we doing? I hate it. That's why I hate being in class with people. It's like, come on, let's go. It's not like I'm rushing. It's like I don't want to wait. What am I waiting for? So when I'm on my phone and I'm pushing a button, and you know how your phone sometimes buffers, or sometimes you push a command and it takes 5 or 6 seconds for that command to register. That is too much time for me, because I feel like if I push, it works, right? Push the button, it works. If I push something and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 6 seconds. That's a long ass time for my command not to be heard. That's just me. I don't like that. But I need to learn how to be patient. That is one of my downfalls. So when I'm on my phone and I'm waiting for whatever it is that I'm trying to bring up to finally come up, I say an affirmation. I say, patience is a virtue. Each time I practice patience, my power grows. And I notice every time I started doing that, it happens faster. Whatever it is that I'm doing happens faster. Almost like the negative energies that are around us don't want us to get that power. Oh, she said affirmation, a powerful affirmation. We can't let that happen. Give her what she wants. See, before it was like, make it slow so she could be aggravated and annoyed and yell at her kids or her family. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking that out on them. I'm going to gain power from this slow phone or anything else. Patience is a virtue. And each time I practice patience, my power grows. You can use that affirmation and fill in the blanks. Take out patience, put in something else. Okay? And then watch the universe work for you. Because negative energies don't want you to see you successful. We're fighting a hidden war. And I'm going to get off this because I said Word to the Wise Wednesday was not going to be over 10 minutes. And I'm already at 12. So what I want to let you all know is I'm going to be doing, I would like to do a quote from you all. So if you have any quotes that you like, or if you have one of the old Quiet Queen quotes that I done years ago, you want me to read it, leave a comment down below, or go to my email, quietqueenproject@yahoo.com. Tell me what your quote is. If you want to be shouted out on Word to the Wise Wednesdays, send me a quote and I'll shout you out. Okay? It's just that simple. And remember, just like these quotes help you, your quotes can help someone else. Thank you for listening to Word to the Wise Wednesdays. Stay in the light.